Good morning. So before I go through the next book about endometriosis, let me show you what I've been up to on the other side of the server, or the other side of the world. Let's get started. Snip, sniff. I built a trading hall. Since this is on my single world, I'm not going to have stations for the 2 curse enchantments and the 2 fishing enchantments, because with fishing, when you actually go fishing, you can get a lot of bows with mending on it and fishing rods with mending on it. So, level 1, I'm looking for somebody with 5 emeralds. The only exception is mending. That I have yet to get a librarian with mending and asking for 5 emeralds. So level 2 is 8, level 3 is 11, level 4 is 14, level 5 is 17. So that's what I'm going to look for. The sweeping edge is 3, 11 emeralds. This is perfect. This is a backup, so we get 12 emeralds, but once you trade enough times, they do lower the price temporarily. And these are the next set of villagers that I'm going to hopefully get the best trade. So breaking 3, 12 emeralds, that's close, but the ideal is 11, so I'm not going to trade with this guy. This was not it. So I'll proceed with this. Let me show you the other side, what I've done over there. I don't want to lose my lecterns. This is my temporary tree farm that I used to build that first trading hall. Let's see. I do appreciate the fact that it's so much easier to transport villagers using boats. Okay, I'll do this later. Let me show you what I did on the other side. I built an iron farm in the past. Right behind the pistons, you put a row of solid blocks, any solid block, and the redstone on top of it. But with this design, you put the solid blocks behind the row under the pistons, and you put a redstone line where the pistons are. And it still works. And you don't need any other redstone. So this is you don't need note blocks or other additional observer blocks. This will do. So I'll continue working on this off camera, and I'll give you an update in a few weeks on this side. So let's go back to the Endometriosis Wellness Center. Let's get started. Villager breed is working. So the next chapter is about DES. DES is a shortened form of a drug called diethylstilbestrol. So apologies for mispronouncing that. It was made by a graduate student at a laboratory at the University of Oxford. It was based on research. The report was published in 1938. The following year, it was first marketed for medical use. In 1941, the United States approved the use of this drug. It was the first cancer drug. 1940s, it was used off-label to prevent miscarriages in women who had a history of miscarriages. In early 1950s, a clinical trial showed that it was not effective in preventing miscarriage. In 1971, a report was published that showed the probable link between DES daughters whose mothers took the DES drug while they were in the family way, and risk of a specific type of cancer. In 1975, FDA ordered tablets of DES withdrawn from the market. Countries affected include United States, France, Great Britain, Netherlands, etc. Actual numbers of the women affected are not known, but estimates are as high as 2 million. 1978, DS is no longer used to suppress postpartum lactation, so mother's milk. 1990s, DS is only used for cancer treatment. 1997, that was the final year it was manufactured and marketed. So lawsuits in the 1970s, obviously, when they reported. 1980 was a landmark decision by the United States Supreme Court. It created a new kind of liability. Four conditions must be met for somebody to file a lawsuit in favor of the plaintiff, the woman who was greatly harmed by this drug. 1950s, Eli Lilly, a pharmaceutical company, was sued by three women claiming their daughters developed abnormalities in themselves and their sons, and this was settled out of court. 1991, over 1,000 lawsuits, 300 companies made the drug. So there was over 1,000 lawsuits, and over 300 companies made the drug. So it's really difficult to, because with lawsuits you have to state who is the plaintiff, who are you suing, and unless you know exactly which company made the drug that you or your mother took, yeah, it gets very complicated. Now, successful lawsuits were where several people filed together or several parties held the liability. Boston Federal Court, 53 death dollars, said that their breast cancer was a result of the mothers taking the just drug. 2013, Fetcho sisters agreed to settle out of court. So even 2013, that is not that far away. That's like 12, 13 years ago. So this issue is still ongoing. For more information, check out Death Action USA. So I'll link down in the description box below. Next episode, I am going to talk about different kinds of treatment, and I do need to put this disclaimer on this video and next video. I am not a doctor. I am not your physician. I do not know what your specific case is, so do not use what I have to say as a substitute for sound professional medical advice. Questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarification, let me know, and I shall see you next time in a couple of days. Take care. See ya.